Hey there, you beautiful badass. Welcome to the Keri Croft Show. I'm your host, Keri Croft, delivering you stories that get you pumped up and feeling like the unstoppable savage that you are. So grab your coffee, put on your game face, and let's do this thing, baby. Avena Women's Care is a collective of 40-plus providers that have been serving Central Ohio communities with comprehensive women's health care for decades. They meet women where they are in every phase of life. From fertility services to menopause care, annual checkups to 3D mammography, Avena provides robust services for all. So for the highest level of individualized women's health care, there's one name to remember: Avena Women's Care. Go to www.avenawomenscare.com to request an appointment. Be sure to tell them Keri sent you. Ready to elevate your self-care game? Boss Gal Beauty Bar is a modern med spa offering everything from cosmetic injectables, lasers and microneedling, to medical-grade facials and skincare. Conveniently located in Clintonville, Grandview, Powell, and Easton, making self-care a priority has never been easier. Use code CROFT for $25 off your first visit. Hey, Ohio, thinking about smoother, brighter skin? Well, fall is the perfect time for laser treatments. With less sun and cooler weather, your skin heals beautifully, and you'll be glowing just in time for the holidays, honey. And here's the best part. If you're a first-time client, mention the Keri Croft Show for $100 off your first purchase. Call today and book your fall laser treatment with the experts at Donaldson. Amy Nelson.
Hey, Keri.
Welcome back to the Keri Croft Show Ask Amy edition.
So happy to be here.
I mean, my cup runneth over. So wait, where were you? You just got back from something very cool.
I did. I had a wild work week with 3 work trips, but the thing that I did for myself is that I went to a weekend in Asheville, North Carolina with a group of 40 newsletter creators to learn newsletter skills.
Okay.
I mean, I left my 4 kids for a weekend, which I don't think I've ever willingly done that, but I wanted to learn.
So bubble it up. So for the person at home that's like, ooh, interesting, I didn't get to go, but like what would be the main takeaways that you walked away with that you wouldn't have had if you didn't go?
I think the main takeaways are probably what, I would say about so many things. So the main takeaways for me, I have a newsletter with 60,000 subscribers that I don't really monetize. And it has always seemed like this very big, complicated thing to me. I'm not a newsletter creator. I can't do this. But eventually I got fed up with myself and I was like, well, fucking figure it out, Amy. Like, this isn't rocket science. So I found a great teacher and I wanted to be around other people because you learn from other people doing it. Mm-hmm. And I went out there and it was a bunch of skills sessions around how to grow your audience, how to sell things to your audience in a way that's not like, I'm a snake oil salesman, but the things you're good at, your services, how to work with collaborators, and it's kind of like there's a rhythm to it. There are skills like have this sequence, pitch this way. It's not that complicated. Mm-hmm. And my mind was blown by the fact I was sitting there and I was like, literally everybody could build an email list and make some money doing it. Everyone.
Yeah. And they talk about the ROI on an email list. So they give you the data.
I mean, there was one guy, he had an email list of 5,000 people and he was monetizing it to thousands of dollars every month.
Yeah, I believe it's like for every $1 you make back 37. It's
different for depending on how people spend, but yeah, I mean.
But I think there's like an industry average that it's either $37 or $47. Let's see what chat says. Let's just fuck with chat.
What does chat say?
Can you please give us an idea of the ROI on an email list? Like for every $1 I spend, what do I get in returns? Please be as detailed as possible because I'd really love to learn as much as I can here.
You're not supposed to say please to chat.
I know. And I didn't say thank you.
You don't need to.
I know. You're not supposed to because they spend more money.
That's right. It takes our energy. It takes our water, Keri.
I was like, hey, motherfucker.
Hey, you asshole.
Oh, he's thinking longer for a better answer.
I hope he doesn't lie.
Because people think, oh, email is, so this or so that. And it's just not sexy and glamorous. And it's not.
Future. It's the future.
But it's like, do we really need sexy and glamorous or do we want revenue?
You want revenue. You're building a business.
Especially when your head's on the pillow.
Yeah. Like you're building a business.
Oh, this, Chet really, we have a good relationship. He is really going above and beyond here.
Does your chat have a name?
Chet.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
What's yours?
Carl's is named Luke. I don't know why.
What's yours?
I don't have a name. I use Perplexity and I don't have a name. I do a lot of deep research. I use AI for deep research. So yes. And that I think Perplexity and Claude are better than ChatGPT for great deep research.
I want to do deep research.
This is like unexpert opinion over here, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not like, you need to go use this, but I love it. But I mean, but there are people that are making 7 figures off of newsletters.
Mm-hmm. And like, so you hear those statistics, and this is like true for anything. You hear, you know, whether it's a course, an email list, and, you know, I'm making X amount of dollars a month. And like, we get so seduced by that, right? Yeah. But it is true for the minority. Like, it's not going to be everyone making that, but those people who are doing that, they are definitely putting time, effort, and energy and focus into it. They're not just checking a box.
And one of the things I will say that one of my biggest takeaways from this audience camp, it's called the Audience Camp by Matt McGarry, who has a great newsletter agency. And one of my biggest takeaways was that everybody who was succeeding at building their newsletter, driving revenue from their newsletter, was keeping a tight look at their data and experimenting, right? And it goes back to like we were talking about what we've always talked about with the business things when all the different pieces work. Like the data matters. Look at what's working. Look at what's not working. Like you should know if every dollar you're spending in your business makes sense or if it doesn't, right?
99% of people aren't doing that.
I know.
Okay, so Chet got back with me.
Yeah.
Industry benchmarks, Direct Marketing Association. For years, DMA has reported that email marketing delivers an average ROI of $36 to $42 for every dollar spent.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. That is wild.
So retail commerce is like 45 to 1, professional services 42 to 1, media publishing 40 to 1. So what goes into the ROI? List quality, cost factors, revenue levers. And then here's an example scenario. If you invest $1,000 in list growth and email software this quarter, you add 500 new subscribers at $2 each. And like, for example, they're paying attention to the data. If their engagement is 25% open, that's 125 readers, click through 5%, 25 visitors, conversion 4%, 1 sale. If your product is $1,000, you've broken even on just 1 purchase. Yeah. So when you go down into the granular level like that, you're like, wait, that makes sense, right?
Right.
But then when you're so busy and you're at the high level and you don't have the foundation or the data, you don't understand. You don't know what you don't know. So it really is. It's actually just knowledge is power. It feels good.
Yep.
To like take it down to like, seriously, that was 5th grade math we just did.
It really was. And I think the other thing, like the other big takeaway I had was that it is so important to put yourself in places around people who are doing interesting things that you're interested in. Like I did not get on my laptop the entire weekend. I just sat with these people and I learned, and it was interesting. They all have growth mindsets. Like these are my people. And it's awesome and inspiring to be around that.
Well, I also think too, there's I think a fixed mindset and a growth mindset.
Yes.
And I believe that like a lot of people, especially when you get to be a certain age, there is a shield or a wrapper that you put around your life experience because, hey, it's me and I have to be worth something and I want to be smart and I want to be somebody. And there's a lot of psychological layers to that.
Oh my God.
But I will die in a growth mindset. I will never, ever let myself be cemented or calcified into a mindset with which I can't learn from another human being. Now, if I'm sitting across from an absolute, like, you know, someone who is a complete whatever, I can still listen and still go back and forth and understand, like, okay, this person is clearly, in my mind, not even in the realm, but I'm not going to attack that person. No. I'm going to live my life and move on and continue to try to be around people who improve the atmosphere.
But that is like, there's 2 things to that, right? Like, A, what I figured out, and I 100% agree with you, but what I figured out is it's a lot easier to have a fixed mindset. You can justify anything you don't try in the world. Oh, I can't do that. You know, yes, you can. You can quite literally do anything. You just have to decide to. And it is so important to have a growth mindset as you age because it will make you live longer. It will literally add years to your life. And the other thing, because it's like, oh, there are 80-year-olds that climb Mount Everest. And they're not like, you know, superheroes. They're just people that decided that they were going to keep going and keep trying new things. Like women who started lifting weights in their 70s and entered bodybuilding competitions. Like, why the fuck not? Right? Like, why not? But it's a lot easier to say to myself, I can't start a company. I can't raise venture capital. I can't run a marathon. Like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
And you can also, guess what, try, fail, and then try again.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think it's so important. But the other thing I will say about seeking out people with a growth mindset, that is one of the most challenging things I have in my life, because I don't really want to hang out with people that don't have a growth mindset. It's just not that interesting. Like, but it's hard to constantly seek out people who have a growth mindset. Like, it is a challenge to keep going.
Yeah. I think my experience in that is that you don't try, that they come to you. You build your life, and then and I look at this. I mean,
I know.
So, and when you say don't try, I mean, you said, well, you started this show and you've been trying, you've been doing a lot of things. Yes, you set yourself up, but I think the way you live your life, and when you're putting those vibes out, those people will be drawn to you. It's like magnets.
Yeah. And the counter to that is that people with a fixed mindset will not want to hang out with you.
No.
Because it's disappointing. If you're not someone who's willing to take the risks and get in the arena, it's hard to hang out with people who are, because you see it. You know you could too, and you're choosing not to.
Well, it just reinforces, it makes you feel, it reinforces those negative feelings you have of yourself.
Yeah.
And like, I would love to help pull as many people as I could onto the growth side.
Yeah.
But I think what it all boils down to, well, there's two things. There's two major components to that stop people. Number one is the belief in yourself, which is everything. But then two is effort. People do not want to put effort, and let's just boil it down, call it what it is. So if you're sitting at home and you're motherfucking us right now because you're mad at this conversation, let's look. Check it out. Look at your stats.
Yeah.
Like, what is it you're trying to accomplish? Yeah. What have you not accomplished? And then what are the reasons why? Yeah. And I promise you, effort. There's a neon flashing, because guess what? It's hard. Guess what? It's not fun. Yeah. Guess what? I'd rather stay home and watch Days of Our Lives and eat bonbons every day. That shit's easy. Yeah. I don't want to get up at 4:30 in the morning. I don't want to eat the protein shake. I don't want to have a walk because I know it's going to be good for my mental health. Like, of course I do want to do those things, but it's effort. EFFORT, effort.
I completely agree with you. And this, I think I realized this about the world when I was 36, because I had this epiphany. I had gotten an in-house job as an attorney at a cell phone company. Oh my God. So I'm in this office park outside of Seattle, Washington. I'd been at law firms before that. I'm in this office park. It's very hard to get an in-house job as a litigation attorney, which is what I was. They're very rare. The job was incredibly boring to me. And it was also quite easy. And I made 6 figures. And I would keep getting a raise, and I would keep getting stock if I stayed. And when I quit after 11 months, because I thought I was going to die, when I was quitting and I decided I would start my own company, someone at the company was like, "Why would you ever leave this job? It's so easy." And I said, it would kill me to sit here and waste my life being bored. I would rather go do very hard things and maybe fail than sit here.
Oh, yeah.
But I realized then, because it just hadn't occurred to me that anybody would make the choice to sit at the safe job and be bored. But that is most people. Mm-hmm. And I always like, Hunter S. Thompson has this quote, "Buy the ticket, take the ride." I would choose that every day, all day. And it has ended in fucking disaster for me multiple times, right? Like, I am the queen of annihilation. My life has been blown up multiple times, but it's never boring. And you can always begin again.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you've never gone and sat in a movie and watched someone be bored for an hour and a half. You watch heroes. You watch villains. You watch people do wild, outrageous things. And those are the stories we all deserve.
Stress and inflammation take a toll on your body and your wellness. Relax, restore, and rejuvenate at Panacea Luxury Spa Boutique. Book any service of $100 or more and enjoy 2 hours in our luxury amenities. Unwind in our Himalayan salt saunas. Recharge in our wet retreat space with a eucalyptus steam room, hot hydrotherapy pool, and cold plunge. Then drift into deep relaxation with our hanging loungers. What's your Panacea? We'll help you find it. Who says you need a special occasion to feel like a celeb? I mean, stress is real. Life is busy. And your scalp? Yeah, it deserves some love too. That's where Headspace by Mia Santiago comes in. Treat yourself or someone who deserves it to a luxurious scalp treatment and a killer blowout or cut, because nothing says main character energy, honey, like a fresh style from celebrity stylist Mia and her team. And because we love a good deal, mention the Keri Croft Show and get 20% off your service or any gift card for somebody in your life that you love. Headspace by Mia Santiago, because great hair days shouldn't be rare. It's funny that you say that, and you're right. It's the path less traveled for all kinds of reasons that could be 10 podcasts. But there was this quote yesterday. I'm reading this audio or listening to this audiobook, and I think it was from Napoleon Hill. And it says something like, put your focus on a definite goal and watch how the world all steps aside and lets you walk through.
Yeah.
And I literally hit the button like 6 times because I wanted to, and it's so, because I had just come off that conversation with Corey Gregory at Muscle Island, and it was kind of the same sentiment around this big thing, the undertaking mentally and not knowing what the hell he was doing, but doing it anyway. And how is this island sitting here for 100 years? Because everyone else, because 98% of people saw a roadblock or an obstacle. And if they did take a step forward to get it, they realize, oh, wait, there's no utilities here, or there's no seawalls here. And so that idea of put your mind on a specific goal and watch the rest of the world step aside so you can walk through.
I mean, it's beautiful.
It's so true.
It's beautiful.
And so when you have that something in there bubbling up, where you have that little voice that it feels like it's so far down in your gut that you can barely hear it, but there's something there that's causing a little bit of discontentment.
Yeah.
It's causing a little bit of you questioning.
You hear it.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
And then you mine for it. And
Yeah.
it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't go from this little whisper deep down in the valleys of your intuition to all of a sudden being this thing that comes out. But that, instead of being afraid of that, have FOMO.
Grab it.
That you're never going to take that ride and get it out into the world. Have FOMO.
I mean, I love this, and I wish I'd met you when I was 25, because, you know, when I graduated law school, there was always a voice in me. You are not built to sit in an office. There is something different out there for you. You can impact people. You can do something. Go do it. And I was so afraid to do it. You know, and it was really like meeting my husband, who was my partner in life and courage, who was like, take a swing, kid.
Yeah.
And I knew he had my back.
Yep.
And that was a big part of it. But like, God, listen to the voice. Life is short. You get one ride, right?
And I think even, let's take it a step further, because you and I, as we have continued this sort of journey together, friendship, but then also challenging one another, and it's been such a great thing. Clearly, our business kind of minds are like, okay, what can we do together here? And like, we're in the middle of all of that. And so the B Lab has been part of this conversation. And so we're not just sitting here in your ear going, hey, we're going to be great cheerleaders and you can do it, kid.
Right.
We actually are building, and you have the Riveter and you're doing other things too. We are walking the walk and building a business and an infrastructure that can help you figure out how to go from that thing being buried into your intuition, into a starting line of a potential, like a little incubator of an idea, into a micro little business, into a freaking solid business and off and running. Like, that's what the B Lab is.
And that's the thing about the B Lab that's so amazing, is this is how you change your life. One step at a time, but you have to dive in and take the effort to do it. But there are people there to help. Yeah. There are people who will guide you, right? It's like every woman I know who has built something is willing to turn behind them and say, can I show you how to do this? Because it does not have to be the way it is for you right now. Right? It's like, you know, people will say, well, I don't have your social media following. Guess what? I didn't have my social media following when I started the Riveter. I had like 3,000 followers on Instagram, and it was pictures of my kids. And not good pictures. You know, so it's like you build just do it, but there are people to help. There are programs to help. There are, you know, so many things to do. And that's why, like, I am obsessed with what you're doing with the B Lab, because people need guidance and collaboration and friendship and all of that to go past.
I'm just excited for you. I'm excited to sort of like guide you through.
Yeah, I am too.
Some of the brave shift stuff that's happening. It's been like a lot of things twirling on my mind in terms of your experience. So you can actually, you know, experience what we're building in that way. But speaking of social media presence, that's another tie back to the B Lab, because I believe that we are way too focused on vanity metrics. I feel like everyone's staring at this one front door, which is Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
And listen, it's an inevitable part of the strategy. It's another way to get your message out into the world. I'm not discounting that.
Yeah.
But many people who have their face, like picture your face right now in front of like a window, like with glass like this with your nose, okay? This is what everyone's doing on social. How many likes, how many shares, how many fucking followers, right? This is where you are. And everything going on behind you, the ecosystem, infrastructure, experience, community, email, by the way, all this entire system is passing you right by. Yep. And guess what's tied to that system? Revenue, bitches.
Money, right? It's
so while you're window shopping for your ego and the vanity metrics, instead of stepping back and saying, okay, here's a whole list of things, or here's all these little boxes in a line. And social media is one of those. Yeah. So we care for it. We prune, we water, we do the things. But now I'm over here and here and here and here on the entire assembly line and ecosystem that, guess what, drives revenue. Yeah. So come on.
Most people do not need any social media presence. Most businesses do not need any social media presence. That is the truth of it. And it's like, yes, I am on TikTok and Instagram a lot, but guess what? I don't really make any money from it.
That's not even your purpose. That's not your purpose.
No, it's not my purpose. I'm on there doing activism, right?
I mean, you got shit going on.
But I'll tell you this, like LinkedIn, which is a professional platform where I have the least amount of followers, that's where I find the most exciting business opportunities and do drive revenue for the Riveter. Yep. Right? And that's, and nobody ever talks like, oh, I want to grow my LinkedIn following. But that, like, you go to the places where the people you can help are, who need the services you sell, who have the same problems you do that you're trying to fix. Yeah. And a lot of times that's in real life too. Oh, right? For sure. Like, it's not on the internet anywhere.
Yeah. So if you've started something and you kind of feel like you're like bobbing a rudderless ship in the ocean, if you will, as my dad used to call me in college. If you're feeling like that, you should step back. Whether it's the B Lab, whether it's a coach somewhere, you really should take a minute, come swim back to the bay. Yeah. And look at, wait, what exactly am I trying to accomplish? Who am I serving? Right. What platforms and infrastructures will tee me up to not only reach those customers in a genuine way, but will also align me with revenue?
Yeah, because without revenue, what the fuck are you doing?
No, right.
Like, I know, it's like you have to, like, we're building businesses. Yes. It's just,
It's all of it that needs to be, it's like a sheet of music. Yeah. Truly it is. And that's how I know that sounds weird, but that's how, when I'm in these engagements and the way that I feel about business, is that it can be a very harmonious thing when you see sort of like, you see the brand clarity, and you see someone who isn't afraid to price themselves from a value perspective. And you see culture and a leadership team that's aligned, and then you see a financial P&L that feels like you're throwing out some cash at the end of it. Yeah. And then all this kind of goes, you're feeling, and then you see the opposite. And you're like, no wonder people can't sleep at night and their mental health and their hair's falling out and shit. But then they're not helping themselves. Yeah. Step back, get somebody that can put a lens on the shit. Yeah. And help you reorganize the pieces of the puzzle and get it flowing.
And it's never too late to do that.
No,
which I think
it's
is really
never.
important. And it's also
it's never
too late to say, I left lawyering because I didn't love it. And I'll say this publicly, right? Like the Riveter, I set out to build co-working and event spaces, and I built a team of 150, which I did not love at all. And today, I'm 8 years into this, and I am not super inspired by what it is today. And it's like, this is my fucking company, right? Like it's like, and I'm not inspired by it. So what do I do now? Because I have to do something. And that's why, I'm working with the B Lab, because I have to do something because I deserve better. The people I serve, deserve better. It's never too late to change. Even if you've built your own company, it's never too late to change it again.
No, and it's so funny how I could not be doing anything else that would give me more satisfaction. I already see. Yeah. I already see you. I already see it. And it's been obvious to me since probably 3 months ago where I was like, wait, something just really clicked with me on exactly. And then you're like, yeah, well, I'm thinking about doing that. It all just kind of, trust the vision, trust the intuition. Like you are literally framing something up that's going to exist. This is another thing about people who don't have vision versus people who do.
Yeah.
If you have a vision and you can see out into the distance, well, first of all, how are you going to create something if you don't have the vision, right? But understand that when you are a visionary, people will think you're delusional. They will think you're crazy. So like kind of temper how many people you talk to because they're going to kill your joy. But that's the first part of it. And being able to have that gift of or skill set to look and be astute enough and care enough about another human being to look at their vision and say, I see this for you, even maybe some things before you even see it.
Yeah. Or
right?
that you're afraid of seeing.
Right. Find yourself someone like that.
Yes.
Who can do that for you and set your trajectory in a completely different path. Stop doing shit you're miserable doing because you don't know how to get out of it. You're stronger than you know. You're smarter. You're more resourceful, more capable than you know. Step back and figure it out. TikTok, motherfucker. Like seriously, TikTok.
Yeah. Yes. Every day that passes is a day you should be doing the thing.
I'm excited to go to Washington, D.C. with you.
I'm excited for you to come to Washington, D.C.
And Nettie's going to come.
It's going to be amazing.
You're going to love Nettie.
You're going to love it. I mean, and everyone will love you. It's going to be amazing.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amy.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. And if you're still out there following your girl, follow me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, keep moving, baby.